Start.
हाँ जी भैया, गुड मॉर्निंग।
Morning, Mohit.
सो नथिंग इन दिस वीडियो इज अ बाय या सेल रिकमेंडेशन। बेसिक डिस्क्लोजर्स हैं ये। और व्हाट विल गो थ्रू इज, फर्स्ट सबसे पहले मार्केट हेल्थ के बारे में बात करेंगे, एंड देन द वॉच लिस्ट। और ऐसे ही सेक्शन बाय सेक्शन हम कंप्लीट करते जाएंगे। वॉच लिस्ट में भी यूनिवर्स पूरा शेयर करेंगे, और उसके बाद यूनिवर्स कैसे बनते हैं पहले वो बता देंगे, और उसके बाद हम लोग क्या ट्रैक कर रहे हैं इस वीक के लिए, और हमने क्या करा लास्ट वीक।
Couple of them, yes. Not everything, but yeah, few of them will definitely share. Right. Uh, yeah, market health though is looking good. Uh, there is nothing to be concerned about in this health. Most probably, I think uh, this is small cap index 250, right? If you see, there could be a possible one last possible pullback around this level before we go up higher. And it
हम्म।
is sort of evident even in the feedback that we received last week. So I don't know, I don't exactly remember क्या बोला हुआ था मैंने, but yeah, I think मैंने यही बोला हुआ था कि एक दो वीक का sideways movement would have been better, but this breakout came and the breakout came with the breadth expansion. So 3rd August से मैंने थोड़ा सा buy लेना start किया हुआ था. More or less flattish ही है. Couple of them did very well. Small. काफी सारे, not काफी सारे, but
हम्म।
हाँ, stop loss hit हुए. So overall, flattish to slightly positive feedback, and I think we are on the verge of probably breaking out to the highest, to the new highs around this, but maybe another 1 or 2, 3 weeks of
हम्म।
work is what is required. This is the mid-small universe. So mid-small cap universe you see is already at the all-time high. So if this universe is at all-time high and small cap is not, so clearly the mid caps are the ones that are leading this leg up, right?
हम्म।
Try to
एंड
position yourself into the mid caps over small caps, or I mean, it won't really matter a lot, but it's just that small caps, or if this total 400 universe of 400 sort of consolidates for another week or two, mid caps are likely to hold the consolidation better than compared to small caps. Small caps is when the stop losses or the day low stop loss will hit quite frequently. Uh, Maybe just idea is to just give it a wiggle, slightly bigger room for the price to fluctuate, because this is a very healthy market. The This last week of breadth expansion is really happening to see. It's very encouraging. And like I said, मेरे को बहुत ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लगेगा. So already I'm 100+% invested. क्या कहते हैं अभी at this point in time I don't have a lot of risk on that 100% of, actually it's close to about 130% investment, but yeah, I'm not carrying a lot of risk on that, so that's one positive. uh so
so
yeah.
means what's your open risk?
Hmm?
What's your open risk?
Open risk will be at present less than maybe 0.5%. But there are some unrealized gains, so that would take care of the open risk. So net and net, it will be still in positive, even if all the
Mhm.
all the all the stop losses were to hit
Mhm.
in the coming week.
Even my means I am not 100% invested, but uh, I had 3 to 4 stop losses uh, during the week, and I but मैं यही सोच रहा था कि यार बुल मार्केट तो है, मतलब बुल मार्केट है या नहीं है, बट ये अच्छा स्विंग साइकिल तो है। पहले वी एड, अगर कोई ईएम भी ट्रैक करता है तो वी एड की लो ईएम है, अच्छा मार्केट नहीं है। अब कुछ बहाना नहीं है अपने पास कि इंडाइसेस ऑल टाइम हाईज विद ब्रेथ एक्सपेंशन, तो ये कहना तो गलत होगा कि वी आर नॉट इनटू अ गुड स्विंग स्विंग साइकिल एज ऑफ नाउ। तो स्विंग
So
साइकिल तो अच्छे है।
it definitely is the beginning of this next leg, unless something crazy happens. Right now,
अनलेस अमेरिका डिसाइड्स।
वो and वो हो भी गया है, right? I mean, कल कल they passed a majority to tariff India up to 100%. So I don't know how
अच्छा,
the market is going to react tomorrow.
आई हैवंट एनी।
Definitely not a positive reaction, but yeah, I think uh,
बट मोस्ट ऑफ द मंडेज आर लाइक दिस ओनली दीज डेज, या तो गैप अप या और गैप गैप डाउन।
हाँ, मतलब इतना जियोपॉलिटिकल चीजें चल रही हैं तो आई मीन कुछ ना कुछ तो वीकेंड पे एक्सपेक्टेड ही रहता है. एनीवेज,
हम्म।
our job is not to base our action depending on the news. It's to react how the action to that news happens, how market reacts to that, and then we react accordingly. So overall, good market, decent market, maybe just beginning of the new bull cycle once again, just repeated.
हम्म।
But if you see the watch list, so I tweaked a little bit in the watch list just to get a highlight a point. So in this my go-to screen, that is stocks within 15% of 52-week high, right? I changed the price strength to 80. I don't scan 80. I usually scan 90, but I wanted to track something, so I changed it to 80. And
हम्म।
uh, interesting thing is that a rotation has taken place. And if you see the top 20 groups, right, it's dominated by electricals, and then you have uh, medical sector coming in very
डायग्नोस्टिक्स
n- not just
दो।
diagnostics, but overall medical sector is looking very, very strong. So if you see here, you have diagnostics, Thyrocare, Vijaya, and then you have this Nephros, Sucker, Biosciences, right? Corona medicines, all this stuff. And then over here you have MCure, Supriya, all within the top 30 groups, right? So different industries within the medical sector are popping up in the top 30 rank. That means the money is rotating there. Uh, when we were tracking, when I was tracking this capital goods sector, this power transmission and distribution and all this capital goods sector, it was trading. It was like on 12, 13 group rank. Right now it's shifted to 33. So that's a telltale. Once again, if you see on the 40, you see Rubicon, Gland Pharma, all those things. So the strongest sector by far right now is medical. Within medical, also you have further industries that is going to lead this move up. But yeah, along with that, we have electronics, electricals and electronics sector also, you know, showing strength. So Mm, the idea is that, and it seems so clear that, if you were to open the charts, sorry, if you were to open the charts of the leaders of the previous, let me put you see Hitachi Energy, it's forming base, right? Hitachi Energy is forming a base. You have GE Vernova forming base. You have precision wires,
आई थिंक इवन कमिंस had earnings, मतलब कमिंस की शायद earnings has been announced।
precision wires. Yeah, Cummins. Let's see, Cummins. So
Um,
all of them, all of them are, uh, you know, forming base, and this base to break out, it's going to take couple of weeks, maybe another 3, 4 weeks. So what's going to happen most likely, in my view, is the market is going to start going up, led by the medical and
Farm.
electronics,
Okay.
electronics, and then there will be some bit of consolidation back to 20-day moving average pullback when the market extends uh, historically
Mhm.
above the 20-day moving average, and once it pulls back, and then when it resumes the upward journey, that is when the participation from the capital goods sector will happen. So this will be a key to rotate whether the uh, ideally in that case, what should happen is by next week or week onwards, that you should see an improvement in the group rank for capital goods, and that would be a clear tell of the rotation happening back to the capital goods sector, right? So right now,
Even
mm,
some of the auto OEMs have performed decent. Most of them had earnings.
so most of them, if you see this electronics, they somewhere cater. I mean, maybe they are not there within the 15% range, but yeah, like Craftsman is there. So the industry would, as it is, appear as a group rank of 22, and then there will be couple of them. Even the some part of or some specific industry of software sector is also appearing in the list. Reddington is one of them. There were a couple of them, I guess. Maybe I need to remove that 15 wala. Within the 20, there were
No,
a couple of them, but yeah,
the NetWeb I think is within 15. Net,
क्या हुआ?
NetWeb 15 में ही है, I guess.
But where it's more of a AI power play than, I mean,
Software.
just to classify, it's mentioned as the computer. हाँ ठीक है, एक तरीके से वो कंप्यूटर में ही है, but yeah, um, it's a so point is a lot of this group rank. If you see these groups, right, will have one, two, three, four stocks maximum. It doesn't make sense to really take this seriously unless the group size is more than 10 stocks. That is when, if you see all the 10 stocks, if they are slightly climbing up, the group rank will improve. Otherwise, क्या होगा कि if there is something like NetWeb के ग्रुप में बहुत ज्यादा स्टॉक्स नहीं है. Where is it? On 15, right? नेटवर्क के ग्रुप में ना, if you see, there are hardly any stocks. So this,
Three.
in fact, only one, right? So if this improves, if just this one stock begins to do well, right, it will be ranked 15, 10. Next week, first rank it will capture. But that has nothing to do with the industry, and we focus on we focus on industry, right? We focus on group that is going likely to take the leg up. So yeah, uh, in terms of IPO list, again, not a lot to be changed, sorry, to be seen here. कुछ ज्यादा है नहीं. Same RS rating, KSH, Rubicon. Again, this will be, so यहाँ पे if you see, you'll start to see this bell rise and all those things. But yeah, ऑटो सेक्टर में मेरा कभी बहुत ज्यादा ट्रैक्शन रहा नहीं है, तो आई टेंड टू अवॉइड ऑटो. आई टेंड टू अवॉइड
Thanks.
बैंक्स फार्मा भी यार फार्मा सेक्टर इज वेरी अनप्रिडिक्टेबल एक एक
हम्म।
एक न्यूज आती है 30 40 50% चला गया एक न्यूज आएगी और वो क्रैश इट विल क्रैश लाइक अ डोमिनो तो इंडिया में बेसिकली देर आर वेरी फ्यू थीम्स दैट एक्चुअली प्ले आउट कैपिटल गुड्स एक हो गया आई थिंक रिन्यूएबल्स थे हमारे पास देन वी हैड डिफेंस डिफेंस में भी गिने चुने स्टॉक्स है 6 7 स्टॉक्स है जो चलते हैं यार
एंड
अ,
डिफेंस भी जनरली मार्च के अराउंड जब उनका क्वार्टर अच्छा होता है, या
हाँ
जब
क्योंकि
ऑर्डर बुक ज्यादा होती है, उसके अलावा
हाँ
डिसेंट ही रहता है।
उसका रीजन ये है क्योंकि उनकी साइकिल बहुत लंबी होती है तो अगर उनको एक प्रोजेक्ट मिलता है तो दैट प्रोजेक्ट एग्जीक्यूशन टाइम इज लाइक 3 4 5 years इमीडिएटली
हम्म।
ऐसा नहीं होता है कि भाई आज किया ऑर्डर मिला और 2 महीने में मिसाइल बना के बेच दिया या फिर रेडार बना के बेच दिया ऐसा नहीं होता राइट सो इसीलिए उनका ईयरली साइकिल मोस्टली जब उनका बुक्स क्लोज होते हैं ईयर एंड पे दैट इज वेयर दे विल शो मैक्सिमम ग्रोथ इन बिटवीन में इधर उधर थोड़ा बहुत आ जाता है बट या कुछ कुछ है नहीं
मेजोरिटी है।
सो द ओनली थीम टू प्ले इज राइट नाउ इज मेडिकल एंड क्या कहते हैं वेट फॉर और maybe start building your position into capital goods sector slowly and then by the time the breakout happens in that sector again you'll have like a decent exposure with very low average cost and that can give you the returns that everybody wishes for but होगा नहीं वो लोग बेस के टाइम पे छूते नहीं हो वो ऑल टाइम हाई वाले स्टॉक्स को ही पीछे भागेंगे सो डिस्कार्ड एवरीथिंग आई सेड
वी
राइट
वी कैन डिस्कस कि हम लोग बेस में, मतलब हाउ वी फॉरगेट, जनरली हम कैसे भूल जाते हैं स्टॉक्स को।
या राइट गोइंग बैक टू couple of stocks जो हम लोग बात कर रहे थे we'll go through what we bought what we sold so
सब।
ABB is one
हम्म।
ABB on third I bought at 7450 around this level I think when it was crossing the high of this bar around this bar yeah so on
हम्म।
this bar I bought immediate reaction close near the high, high volume. Next day, if you see little bit of a follow through, but since it's such a big name, it was obvious that there will be some reaction here. So far,
हम्म।
everything is orderly. There is nothing that is unexpected
रॉन्ग
that
हुआ है।
yeah, unexpected that this stock has done. So maybe, hopefully, it will take a support on this green line, which is the 10-day moving average, and then it will resume the next leg up. But yeah, beautiful setup, clean base, and once it starts moving, it will not give you any headache. It will take the support of 10-day moving average. If you see here, 10-day moving average, and then 20-day moving average, and it will right. It's not going to be one of those stocks that is going to give you 30 40% within 2 3 4 weeks. It's going to take the full time, full cycle of 4 5 months, but yeah, it will get you there. Right. So
सो
uh,
साइजिंग इज की है।
sizing is the key here. You can easily build 30 40% size and just leave it there. Just forget about it and it will do
हम्म।
the rest. Next is Acme Solar. Acme Solar. Um, I bought on third, I added on sixth. So I bought on third
हम्म।
here on this day when it was closing this, when it was going above this pivot. I added on sixth. Uh, I was hoping, so I was hoping that it would take this uh,
सब।
support, and it sort of did bounce from the low of the day. It closed here, and I think I bought somewhere around here. But the next day it broke down and broke down hard. uh, to almost near 50-day moving average. So yeah, I exited here.
चीट
Uh,
एरिया में चीटिंग हो गई।
hmm?
चीट एरिया में चीटिंग हो गई।
Yeah, so it is expected, right? If you are buying low cheat area, right? That uh, I mean, naturally it means that you're going to get overhead supply, right?
हम्म।
And that overhead supply, how that reacts is basically uh, will tell you the strength of the group, the strength of the stock, the strength of the market. So what could have happened if it were like a very very strong market or strong group? What could have happened is ये 3-4 दिन और ऊपर जाता and then would have given a orderly pullback to around this level where the moving averages would have
हम्म।
caught up around 385, 390 level, and then it would have moved up. But since this is not the most strongest
हम्म।
sector, this little bit of choppiness is very expected. So currently I'm out of this. Now next is BHEL. BHEL is
We
something
both
उस
traded this।
इसने मेरे को रुला के रखा हुआ है. I think I bought and got out on the same day, and then I bought again, and then I got out again. Uh, I bought on third, and I got out on third itself. So third, yeah. Uh,
I got out on Friday. I was about to pyramid, but there were no volumes.
So something might have happened here. I think
हम्म।
as it was going up, मैंने यहाँ पे कुछ खरीदा होगा. हाँ, 412 पे मैंने खरीदा था, 412.50, and then it came down all the way down, made a new low of the day. So around that time, low of the day was my yeah. So my stop loss is or my sell average is 407.45. So I think 407 or 408 would have been the low of the day when I bought this, and then
हम्म।
it made a new low of the day, and then I got stopped out here. And then I think BHEL again, when did I attempt? Yeah. Then I attempted again on fourth because it gave the sort of like an impression that it is ready to go up. So I bought it on fourth and 412 at 412. So right at the high, and then on sixth, which is on this day. Yeah. Again,
हम्म।
it it broke the low of this day. So I think I got out at 406 or 407, something like that. So yeah, two attempts gone in vain. Yesterday यहाँ पे एक ऑप्शन का लॉट लिया है मैंने, but again see this is how it's reacting. So I have given up on this stock. I'm not going to buy this stock unless unless
Hi.
it's out of this 446 area. uh, it's not worth paying
हम्म।
attention.
Even uh, I had an alert set on 417 की I'll pyramid, but when I saw the volumes की यार I was thinking कि spot होने के chances ज्यादा हैं. So luckily I avoided, and now I was thinking कि यार I should have trimmed half before my SL, but my SL was 405.
Right.
I entered,
हाँ तो 405 got hit yesterday.
yeah, 405 got hit yesterday.
Mm. But yeah, again, it's very close to the 50-day moving average. So some sort of support is expected. Next stock is CleanMax. Again, bought on the third, same day got uh, got out
Same.
twice. So same day I think, yeah, twice I attempted, and both the times I got hit. So again, this is one stock that hasn't done really well. SOTL is the darling. This is this is what has done. I mean, this is what has sort of compensated for all the losses
To
so
to
far
the
in this
ones
week.
who are thinking कि हमारे सिर्फ SL ही होते हैं, एक आधा विनर भी आ जाता है.
And this Ekad winner is more than enough to. compensate for 5, 6 losses. So yeah. Uh, the only problem with this stock was that earnings the right. So I didn't size it uh, extremely aggressive. I just had like
Mm-hmm.
around 8%. I bought this on third at 610. Yeah, at 610. I sold half on this day. I sold half when it broke the low of this day. I mean, it doesn't make sense to even sell here, but it's just that इतने ज्यादा stop loss hit हो रहे थे, right? To keep that
And
equity curve high and to keep that positive psychology
mm-hmm.
working in your favor that you know you're not in a drawdown. I sold it all. Uh, Nobody knows how it's gonna end up. It can just go 2, 3 days here or 1 week of here and then again zoom because it has done that in the past. You see, goes up,
This
consolidates for 2 weeks and then gives another 20, 30%, 40% move. Uh, I wouldn't be surprised if it does the same thing, but yeah, it is there in the watch list. If it consolidates and gives the next move up, yeah, I'll be taking that any day. Thyrocare, again, one of those stocks that has frustrated me a lot. Um,
mm,
prior to third also, I had attempted this once or twice because of the base it was forming a relative strength against the general market, right? So bought on third, added on fourth, sold on fifth. So bought on third, added on fourth, sold on fifth. So the idea to sell here was because I got so frustrated with this small bars that I was like, to hell with it. I'm not going to buy this.
but
Now,
I dreaded this in the previous cycle. उसी में I was frustrated, so I did not even touch it in this cycle.
but now if you see, it's making
Good ways.
such a, yeah, I mean, it's still within the base on base,
Base on base.
big structure. It is forming a, it's a pennant, right? Pennant, क्या बोलते हैं इसको? I don't know. Anyways, it
Mm-hmm.
is giving a higher lows every day. So, and जैसा अपना लक रहता है, right? What could happen is tomorrow it gaps up and goes 10, 20% the same day. It's very much possible क्योंकि ये structure अगर मैंने आज से पहले अभी तक इसको अटेम्प्ट नहीं किया होता तो I would be all over on this stock Monday, tracking it closely,
Mm-hmm.
sizing it really well. But uh, yeah, 2, 3 attempts for this stock right now. I don't want to waste my energy again. If
Mm-hmm.
if it moves, I will be fine. I will not curse it. So yeah. Uh, Aeroflex is one more stock bought on third.
I
Bought,
bought it on 4th August.
so I bought. I went slightly creative on this. I bought on third, but not a big size.
Mm-hmm.
Around 10% size on this day because it was still within this range. It was taking support on 10-day moving average. All the moving averages were pretty close to each other. Next day, again, I added, and this add is what really helped me. Uh, 443. Yeah, I think 443, a high of around this level. So something around it. A high of this bar may, but by the time I got filled, let's say it would be somewhere here. So I bought 30% here. I had set a GTT order, but since I had prior bought around 10%, so this overall size was 40%. Now it's not that I can't carry 40%, I can carry 40%, but I'm not going to carry 40% when I have another 10% to go move out of the base. That is not going to happen because any random action can hit me really hard. So
hmm
I
Even this was one of the few stocks I started buying with, so I just had 5% size in this, and immediately it went 7% up. So I increased the size in other stocks, and then ये भी
right.
वापस आ गए then.
And so like I said, right, uh, since this group is not the most strongest group, you will see this choppiness happening again and again. But that is not something that should discourage you. It's a healthy action. It's sort of weeding people out, eh, is what you should see this price action as. So I sold some I sold about half of that 30% that I had bought here. So
Mm-hmm.
that gave me some cushion, and when it price broke down, ultimately all my stop loss got hit. But yeah, it's like break even since I had already
Sold.
sold some in profit, and not intentionally, but yeah, by luck, uh, of whatever happened. Uh, yeah, Clean Max once again. There was an attempt on 5th. Yeah, so Clean Max again after this action. I think I had bought this on this day, 5th, and then sold it again on 6th. So
I attempted it on 1st of August when it was moving up, reclaimed moving average and first year. Oh, sorry,
थर्ड अगस्त या हाँ
third.
नहीं थर्ड 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 को लिया था थर्ड को एक्चुअली आई अटेम्प्टेड
But
ट्वाइस
हाँ,
and then got shaken out and then again I bought this. So my watch list is so small that there will be multiple attempts for the same stock that I would be making, and even if just one of them clicks, that will give me enough cushion to ride that stock, and that cushion will be enough to make up for these small attempts, right?
small.
So even though I got shaken out 3 times, my overall loss wouldn't be more than 0.5, 0.6% combined, right? But if I get correct, if my thesis goes correct and then it goes up, that would make a 4, 5, 6% impact on my portfolio. So zero point 0.5 versus 6, that's how the
That's enough.
maths work out,
Mm.
right? We are right 30% of the times. I mean, April was the best period for the batting average where I was correct 50%, around close to 50%, but otherwise in general I'm correct only 30, 35% times. And with
Still
that ki-
making
with that kind of batting average, the only way you will be profitable is when your losses are small and your gains are big enough
huge.
to be, yeah,
Mm.
like 6, 7, 8 times your risk, right?
Risk.
Yeah. So th that's pretty much it. There are a couple of like I said, I'm still 130% invested, close to 130% invested. So I have a couple of position open, but I don't want to disclose those right now. I firmly believe कि मेरे stocks को नजर लगती है. RR cable is also one of them. So RR cable again, RR cable is one that did well. So RR cable I bought on this day. Now, Mohit was not happy because this, as per him, this is a shakeout and a
No, I
washout bar.
attempted. I was shaken up. I had, I was attempting it at the other.
कौन से दिन?
Uh, यही. अर्निंग्स वाले दिन ही।
ये ट्वेंटी
हाँ,
सेवन जुलाई
नहीं, नेक्स्ट डे अर्निंग्स वाले दिन। हाँ, अर्निंग्स
अ,
के नेक्स्ट डे, 28th, राइट। अर्निंग्स का नेक्स्ट
हाँ 28
डे।
दिस बार
It
से
came down and then was going up. So earnings अच्छी थी and I thought कि यार एक attempt बनता है, and then I attempted it again on uh, yes 30 31st, after two tight days,
mm,
uh, with a day low as top, again gone. So I thought कि it should take some time क्योंकि ये
see
ऊपर से
Delo
8% है।
a day low in this environment is not going to work. You'll get chopped out pretty often. Go with, let's say, if something like this is there, uh, since the bars are so low, again you'll have to think about your in terms of where you are placing your stop loss, right? So the size of this bar
Mm-hmm.
is around what? 2%. If I were to drag this to this day, it would be 4%. So let's say 1 second. मम्मी बाबू उठ गया yeah so maybe reduce the size but then give that extra space for the stock to move. I bought this on this day 4th of August at 2642, yeah, around this level because uh, I mean I don't have a lot of reason to say what
Mm-hmm.
whatever whatever I say doesn't make sense, but it was more of a gut trade that uh, and the market was favorable.
Market was. Mm-hmm.
Market started to become favorable. We had this RS making RS showing strength. Uh, on this day I was yeah but I won't say this is a good trade for me because my size was very bad here. I was almost like 22-23% invested on this day. That should not have been the case because it I mean if you see it's all the way it's just wedging up. It has not really made any sideways movement. Here also it is Here also if you see it is wedging, uh, right? So we really haven't had any sort of this
Flat,
downward to
right?
yeah downward to sideways movement. Uh, doesn't I really don't like that. I'm not comfortable trading these sort of structures, but I think I got carried away and I bought this size and uh, went lucky. Uh, got lucky and then it went all the way up here. I've sold 50% here at what 2774. Yeah, so almost near the high I've sold on 6th on this day. Yeah, but so this proves that one point that setups really don't hold that big of a value that people talk about, that they need to be have a good buy point, exact buy point. I mean, it sure helps greatly in terms of your risk and reward, that you can be wrong multiple times if you need to be correct only once. Uh, but the market environment is far, far, far more superior. Just take consider this trade of mine. I mean, I in no sane mind will ever take this trade ever, but got carried away. Market was
Mm,
healthy, market was supporting this, and I saw this immediate reaction the next day, right? Now, of course, I can just this price can come chopping back, and I can get stop out. That is absolutely fine. But I'm just saying, when you are in a healthy environment, when you are in a bull run, right? This sort of stupidity will also get avoided. You'll go higher, higher, and,
mm,
and and this move will go another 20-30%. So you'll never even feel that stress on your buy points. You can buy any illogical buy point, and even then you
mm,
will be rewarded, right? So that's when, I mean, after going through, I don't know, 4 or 5 years of history, I realized that, really the setups, the setups are not as important as they have been made uh, by the FinTwit world. Slowly, most of the people have realized, most of the successful people have already realized this, the psychology. I mean, psychology is different, but now if you see, everybody's talking about situational awareness, market health, market breadth.
mm.
6, 7 years ago, not a lot of people will talk about all these things. They will talk about
Setup.
setups, buy points, entry points, all those stuff, right? But this proves that point that, hey, you can buy at any point and you will be awarded as long as the market is healthy. Uh, if Thyrocare
And even
is Thyrocare is 1 second. That just Thyrocare is a perfect example of why it will not work on this day, right? When the market was choppy, you see, even if you buy like a precision entry over here, you will not be rewarded immediately, right? So even if you buy the best of the setups, it will not really matter if the market is not healthy. Of course, there will be outliers like Cupid who they go 5% up every day. That's that's a different level of insanity. But yeah, 1 second, Mohit. Kid has woken up. 1 second. सुनो, 5 मिनट्स के लिए आओ, पापा आ रहा है. 5 मिनट्स के लिए चलो, सुनो, पापा आ रहा है बेटा. 5 मिनट्स, ओनली 5 मिनट्स. विराज, बेटू बात सुनेंगे ना? 5 मिनट्स के लिए बोल रहा हूँ, सुनो. ओनली फॉर 5 मिनट्स. Okay, I'll, yeah, चलो.
just
This is,
merit things.
नहीं, yeah, this is this is fine. I don't want him to be on YouTube, so this is perfectly fine. So this proves the point that you can buy the best of the setups, but you'll not get any money.
Mm-hmm.
You'll not make any money, but you can buy the stupidest of the setups, and if the market is healthy, you will get rewarded. Yeah, you were saying something.
So if you see on Twitter 10 breakout stocks to buy tomorrow, first ask them, is the market healthy?
Bhai, again, that's a personal choice because no, those people who post those ten stocks to watch, I mean, most of them they have 30,000, 40,000 followers, so good luck to them. Yeah, because every day is a buying opportunity for them. That's really not how it works out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's your money. You can risk risk it any way you want. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. I think next week is going to be interesting. But personally, for me, not a lot to do. I mean, I just have only one or two. stocks that I can
Mm-hmm.
see to add as a new stock to the portfolio, but uh, there are a few that can give me an opportunity to add to my existing positions. So yeah, let's see. I will not add new names for sure, barring of one or two setups that I'm seeing. Mm, yeah,
So, uh, so to summarize, the market health is good and we are in a good swing cycle. The
possibly.
setups might work.
Yeah, possibly we are in a.
Copy
I mean, so the price is above moving average. The breadth is
the
expanding.
Brit.
So yeah, so that's a good sign. Now,
Mm-hmm.
you have to be really picky about what sector you are buying, what stocks you are buying. Not everything is going to move immediately because
Mm-hmm.
it's still just the starting of the phase. There will be slight choppiness, but once we are so for example, you can think of it as this period, right? So till here, there were like only two or three sectors that were really showing the strength, and I mean, a lot of sectors were participating, but the point is the one leading, right? It's the momentum within those many groups, right? Over here, we had more and more stocks participating, more sectors showing up, and then in this is the run where you buy anything and it will get rewarded, right? So.
This
Uh,
is what we are waiting for.
This is what we are waiting for, yes. And I mean, personally, I don't think we are very far off. This looks to me like another 2, 3 weeks of wait on a higher side.
Mm.
Uh, Again, unless unless something geopolitically happens where we get major shakeout, but that shakeouts also would be very temporary. So
Mm.
this is what we are betting on, May to September, right? A 2, 3 months of crazy buy opportunity and then some sort of consolidation. If you see 2020, it plays out like that everywhere. It's not just unique to 2023. Here also you see we had like uh, some sort of uptrend, then sideways consolidation, then we had like a good sorry uh, May to August, so another 3 months of up cycle. Then we had around 2 months of sideways consolidation, and then another 3, 4 months of sideways, sorry, uptrend, and then another 2, 3 months of sideways. This is probably 2 months of sideways, and then we had the third swing, right? So this is how market is going to react, and in each of these consolidations, right? In this consolidation, you will see rotation happening. So this is what has happened here. This is exactly how it has played out here. In this cycle, in this leg up, it was dominated by capital goods. Now the rotation has happened out of capital goods to uh,
Pharma.
predominantly it's medical sector. See, pharma, when you say pharma is just restricted to the pharmaceuticals, the company that are
Mm-hmm.
building medicines, but you are seeing a lot of good stocks, a lot of good action even in the hospital side. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm saying and then of course this thyrocare and diagnostics, right? So that's why I'm saying medical as a broader sector. Within that you have of course industries playing out where you have CDMOs, you have chemicals that are supporting those CDMOs like
API. Yes.
APIs like Acutus and all those stuff, right? So the entire ecosystems falls within that medical sector. So. most likely that is going to hold the charge for this leg up, then expect some sort of consolidation and then the rotation back into the capital goods, right? This is how it would most likely play out. But yeah, again,
And,
uh, definitely worth putting your fingers into the market at this point in time. Start attempting, maybe attempt slow, uh, attempt uh, keep the stop loss still. I would say keep the stop loss slightly wider. Don't go for day low as a
okay.
stop loss, but don't go all crazy that okay, I will not even sell until the 50 breaks. That is stupidity. uh, 4-5% stop loss gives you ample room to for the price to fluctuate. Maybe you can, if you are somebody whose average SL is, let's say, 3%. If you are shifting it to 5%, maybe you can reduce the size from 10% to 7.5% and give that room to wiggle, because it is far easy to add to the existing
Hmm.
position if it is already in profit, then adding a new stock again and again, right? That gives you that certain level of anxiety, which gets completely taken care even if you have like a 5% size and that size has given a 10% profit, right? So now you can risk that 10% profit and build more size to it. So
Hmm.
yeah, another week or two, and then I think we should be in the
And
proper easy money environment
and we have already discussed in the last video कि we generally get 2 to 3 swing cycles
in
in
a
a
year.
year.
Yeah, yeah. So this was one. However brief you can call it, but this would definitely qualify as one. This was ridiculously easy money environment here.
Hmm.
And then we have this, what, June to August. Yeah, so two months of sideways
And,
movement where it made a lower low every time, right? So
and like you uh, मतलब जैसे आपने दिखाया in the previous cycle also where we called it a bull run means where everyone called it a bull run उसमें भी आपको you get 3 swing cycles.
correct. So when the price comes out of this big of a consolidation, right? This big is consolidation. What? It's a 2 year consolidation, almost 2 year consolidation, right?
More than 2 years. I think
So
September 2024,
so yeah, September 2024 to
approximately 20.
approximately close to two
Yeah,
years we are at now.
close to
Only
2 years.
only 1 month away, right? Now this period is October to April, right? This period is about 1.5 years of consolidation,
Hmm.
right? Now in this after this 1.5 years of consolidation, you see what is happening. Strong leg up, that is like a 3-4 months of leg up, April to September, yeah, 3 months, 4 months. And then you have a sideways movement of around 2 months, about 2 months. And then you have another leg up of around 3 months, 2 months down, 2 to 3 months down, and then you have another 2-3 months. So this is how it has always played out. You can see from this 2020, 2022, 2022, you have 2-3 months up, 2-3 months sideways, 2-3-4 months up, 3 months down, 3-4 months up, and then you have this bigger correction, bigger consolidation.
Hmm.
This is exactly how it has played out in the past. This is exactly how it's going to play out in future. It's not going to
Hmm.
be any different. And that th- this 3-4 months of this up leg would be sufficient to make money for you to rest this 2 months of
पैसा ही
period.
पैसा होगा.
बहुत ज्यादा, मतलब आई शोड यू आर आर केबल ना, ये सारे वो
Hmm.
आर आर केबल्स वाले जितने भी सेटअप है ना, सारे इसमें काम करेंगे. दिस इज व्हेन पीपल यू विल सी पीपल पोस्टिंग दैट
Even
रॉकेट वाला वीडियो कि अरे मैंने यहाँ पे खरीदा था, देखो उड़
and
गया.
even कहीं से भी ऐसे लाइन खींच के breakup
कुछ
up.
भी कुछ भी कुछ भी कुछ भी अरे any stock that is crossing this high, to hell with risk reward, this will be a breakout. Even if the stop loss is, let's say, 11 12 13%, यहाँ पे तो चलो ये इंडेक्स है, बट अगर नॉर्मली ये स्टॉक होता तो दिस वुड बी समवेयर अराउंड
Easily.
8 9%. uh, that is a breakout, bro. and and funny thing is, ये immediately if you see ऐसा पॉजिटिव आ जाता है, एक 15-20% हो जाता है, एंड दे विल लाइक चलो भाई कोर्स बेचते हैं बिकॉज आई नो एवरीथिंग.
Mm.
So, yeah, um, just an announcement. We are not here to sell any course. यहाँ पे बस हम लोग दो लोग वीकेंड को
Uh,
थोड़ी बहुत बकचोदी करते हैं. That's all.
बेसिकली जो हम लोग आपस में वैसे ही डिस्कस कर रहे थे वही शेयर कर रहे हैं जो हर वीकेंड
Exactly,
हम कर रहे थे.
exactly. So nothing is going to be charged on this platform, on this channel. So yeah, let's see how this is, or sorry, not how, but when this is going to play out.
When this
Yeah.
and our job as a swing traders is this only to time the best of the best swings.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Means our job as a swing traders is this only to time the best of the best swings. जो भी दो तीन legs हमें मिले, we
Hmm.
time them perfectly and
That is
can
that
set
is
out rest of the time.
that is more than enough, because if you get a 20 if you get a 3 months of up move, that 3 months of up move, if you play it well, it can give you like almost close to a 50-60% return very easily. I mean,
Easily. If the indices are moving 40% then the stocks uh, would have rocket मतलब stocks rocket बन गए होंगे.
आराम से. आई मीन देर इज नो डिनाइंग दैट यहाँ पे ये 40% मूव किया है. ओहो, there would have been couple of stocks in this period where they would have already crossed like 150-160%, and not couple of them, a good number
Many
of
of them.
them, a good number of them. And they would have been very easy to identify also, right?
Hmm.
Strongest stocks in the strongest sector. Simple. It's really as simple as that. Go for fundamentals, fundamentals and fundamentals.
Watch Jim Roppel for that eye-opening thing.
You can watch a majority of them. Jim Roppel, David Ray, and Mark Minervini, I wouldn't say, because uh, he sometimes buy technicals also. But
Hmm.
David Ray and Jim Roppel, Ross Haber, Amit Rai. Uh, so मैं I was tracking this US market, right? So US market में, if you see, I'll show you. So this is Amit's watch list. I mean these four. So not sure if this is visible or not. So Okta is one of the stocks that is tracking. But CRWD is what really is the
Hmm.
uh,
And
leader
Amit Rai is tracking this.
leader in this. Yes. So he has position in this. You see the sales growth 21%, 22%, 23%, 26%. Uh, Massive expansion planned next couple of quarters. You see, NET is another cloud player, 31%,
And
34%.
this he even has shared in his videos. Amit Rai is posting market close and sharing his watch list, what
Correct.
he is thinking during that.
And
मतलब बहुत active. He is recently
he has started to
much
become,
more
yes.
active. Yeah.
Yeah. Almost every day he is posting a 30 minutes video about his views and his stocks, right? So that is one. CBRS. Now I'm slightly confused about CBRS. Why does he has position in this? I'm not 100% sure, but let's see. I mean, देखते हैं how it's gonna play out. Maybe one thing I know for sure is it's in the same sector. It's in the same group. Uh, it is showing relative strength from this day onwards, where the indices have made lower low and this has made higher low. But you know, it is yet to go above all the moving average. So not sure what was the
Yes.
logic.
We
Octa, hmm,
even we posted what Amit Rai was looking in NET. We has shared in his videos, and I just made a note of it. Means
right,
notes out of it.
right. ये मैंने अपनी थोड़ा बहुत वॉच लिस्ट बनाई थी तो डेल ये देखो इसका फंडामेंटल्स का तुम्हारा एमयू माइक्रोन फंडामेंटल्स देखो खतरनाक एकदम एनवीडिया तो चलो है ही पागलपंती एचपीई फंडामेंटल्स तो आई मीन fun technicals are good to buy for 10-20% move. I mean, I'm not saying don't buy technicals. You can buy definitely technicals, but then you have to be absolutely okay, uh, and it shouldn't really impact you if the stock that you sold at 15% gain goes up to make another 100% or 150% higher and don't give you another opportunity to add, right?
Hmm.
uh, कौन सा था Sterlite, let's say Sterlite is one from India. Now it's not one of the
Another,
most, no, it's not one of the most,
another regret after MTAR.
नहीं, it's not a regret because it was never a liquid stock. ये I would have never bought this uh, anywhere क्योंकि है ही नहीं liquidity इसमें, right?
And
but
then after that,
but
5%.
correct, 5% और चॉपनेस आ गया तो वहां पे सियापा, बट जस्ट सी क्या यहाँ पे यू बाय टेक्निकल, यू जस्ट मे बी सेल टिल हियर इन दिस consolidation, people will be out, but people who know the fundamentals, people who combine fundamental with technical, you see it has gone up like what, 300 400% almost from this breakout. Yeah, 380%. MTAR is another such stock, right? It has from the breakout, it has gone up what percent? 200%, right? So if somebody who is looking to capture these kind of moves, you have to be very, very selective in what kind of stocks that you are putting your money in. And that for
Hmm.
that selection, fundamentals are extremely important. Listen to the podcast, listen to the management interviews, listen to the uh, earning calls, last 2 quarters of earning calls, just to see if whatever they are saying are correct and there is a consistency. It shouldn't be like the last to last quarter they were saying कि अरे हम लोग ऐसा कर देंगे वैसा कर देंगे नेक्स्ट क्वार्टर, अरे नहीं हमारे पास ग्लिचेस आ गए ये आ गए. There are certain level of uncertainty in the market, I agree, but if you are running a company, you should be able to foresee where the company or where the industry is lying ahead or going ahead in for a couple of quarters, 3 4 quarters, 5 quarters, and you should be able to hedge yourself against any risk. Like for example, TD Power System. TD Power System, they give you such a nice outlook for the entire year, year and a half. And in each and every earning call, they will tell you the what are the potential risks that they can come up with within this period, right? And they how they are preparing for that. So they are a very perfect or they are a very good example of how the earning calls should look like. What should you expect within the earning calls if you're tracking any company, right? Uh, Ather Energy, that two-wheeler company, they also have such nice management. They'll chalk out the entire plan with the possible risks that they may see in the future. So ऐसे consistency के लिए you need to go back 2 quarters of earning costs. You need to listen to 2 quarters of earning costs just to be able to judge whether the management is uh, whether it's a good management or not.
So, uh, let's say I was just using technicals till now, and I want to add fundamentals. So, what should I read in a con call according to you? Means there are some of the accounting questions which uh, don't make sense to me because we have a stop loss for all those things. So, what are the things you read in a call or listen in a call?
So it's not going to be just one con call or one company's con call, right? Like I said, I want to play the entire theme out. So when you're playing a theme, all the stocks or most of the stocks or the biggest of the stocks within that theme are going to be having the same tone. They're all going to be talking about the same kind of growth. So it's not going to be that TD Power System says that I'm going to grow and GE Vernova says that I'm not going to grow, or Power India says I'm not going to grow. It's not going to be like the RR cable is going within the cable industry and precision wires, universal cables, Ramratan wires, they are not going to grow, right? That is not going to happen. So it's not going to be just one con call in isolation, but multiple con calls from multiple companies within the same sector is what will give you that confidence that yes, that this is going to be the leading sector. तो अभी के लिए if you see all the CDMO business or so for example ये chemical business Equitas हो गए सब हो गया right. So the management will talk about the same sort of growth. Maybe Acutus will say that I will grow at 100%. The other company would say I'll grow at 80%. But it's not going to be like only Acutus say I'm going to grow at 100% and 1 second. 1 second. दादू बेटा पापा कॉल पे है ना आपको बोला शांत रहने के लिए ना बेटू प्लीज नहीं बात सुनो ना बेटा प्लीज सॉरी So this is how it's going to be. एक चीज in isolation is never going to work. So that is why listen to couple of interviews from the same sector. Listen to news whenever they're talking about that particular sector. So if you just uh, let's say for example type in on YouTube capital goods sector latest news, you will find a lot of interviews on this CNBC, NDTV, this financial news channels, right? Where the industry experts will be talking about, this is where the industry is growing, this is where they are thinking the next growth cycle is going to be. So that will give you a fair bit of idea to identify those 4 5 themes. And now the next step should be to go and listen to the individuals conference calls of 5 6 7 companies from the each sector, and then you will be able to judge that okay, yeah, they are talking about the same thing. And then uh, those statements should reflect in the sales, earning per shares, and PAT margin. So a statement would be just a statement if those aren't really reflecting on the numbers.
Uh, can we say कि first of the means most important thing would be revenue guidance from the company, what they will do in the coming 2 3 years or in the on the first next year.
Sure, but again, like I said, that revenue guidance, that growth revenue guidance should come from most of the companies within the same sector, not just one company, right? TD Powers, TD Power says I'm going to grow at 22%. Hitachi Energy should say I'm going to grow at 15%. GE Vernova should say I'm going to grow at 12, 13%. So this is what should tell you. They all should speak the same language. Their outlook of the industry should be consistent.
So,
ऐसा नहीं होगा कि टीडी पावर बोले कि industry is going to grow at 20% and G Vernova says that we are seeing hiccups within the industry and Hitachi says that maybe 5-7%. That is
mhm,
inconsistency in the statement. Think about it now. If a industry is working, it's not going to be like just one company within that industry is going to grow, right? Every single company within that industry is going to go. Every single company within that
mm,
industry is going to get orders. Uh, I mean, the structure is such that uh, let's say Adani Energy, they win some bid, and then they're going to give those. Then they will going to go and release or do some bidding themselves, right?
mm,
खुद के orders वो start करेंगे. For those bids, GE Vernova will start bidding. For those projects, GE Vernova will start bidding. Hitachi will start bidding. So some will be won by Hitachi, some will be won by GE Vernova, some will be won by a couple of others, right? क्योंकि ultimately एक कंपनी कितने ही सारे एग्जीक्यूट कर पाएगी एट वन पॉइंट इन टाइम इवन दे
mhm,
विल से कि फाइनली वी डोंट हैव एग्जीक्यूशन पावर सो ऑब्वियसली the spillover will go to second best company, third best company, fourth best company. तो एक company will not give you the outlook and the others will say नहीं we are not aligned with this kind of outlook. ऐसा कभी नहीं होगा. That's why I said you need to listen to 5, 6, 7 big players within the same industry, not the
big players.
not the
Basically,
not the small players. Big players will give you this trend. Let's say Hitachi Energy is biggest in
mhm, obviously.
their industry, right? Now, Hitachi Energy, if Hitachi Energy is saying 15-20% growth, then Hitachi Energy, whatever project they win, they will pass on the projects to smaller companies within the same industry. थोड़ा बहुत स्विच गियर्स के लिए किसी और को बोल देंगे, सॉकेट्स के लिए किसी और को बोल देंगे, ट्रांसफॉर्मर्स के लिए किसी, आई एम जस्ट गिविंग एन एग्जांपल, राइट? So now within that one project will get further expanded into multiple projects and will be given to awarded to smaller companies. So if GE, Hitachi, TD Power, the bigger players are saying that yes, we are seeing something,
Mhm.
obviously that effect will trickle down to the smaller players. So if in the cable industry, if Polycab or there is one more, there are 2, 3 more players.
KEI.
If they say that they are having a positive outlook, then obviously the Ram Ratan, Universal, RR Cable, they are going to have a positive outlook.
Okay. So, I mean, that's it. That's it for today.
दादू, आई एम नॉट हैप्पी अबाउट दिस बेटा. आप साउंड कर रहे हो ना तब से. चलो, लेट्स सी हाउ नेक्स्ट वीक इज गोइंग टू प्ले आउट.
Mhm.
ठीक है.
For sales growth, Mike Webster has a very good video. I'll I'll link that in the description so you can watch that. And try
नहीं.
this week कि आप नई चीज ऐड करें, फंडाज ऐड करें और नई चीज सीखें क्योंकि it's very easy to draw a line and buy a breakout, but means
नहीं,
you'll
that
see
that
hundred of
that
stocks.
that breakout, sorry, that breakout would happen even if you cross the line. That would happen, but then again, you have to be very particular about what environment you are trading. That
Mhm.
simple line draw will not work in every environment. And then if you're somebody who is just buying a simple breakout without giving any weightage to risk reward, then you are likely somebody who is not going to play the whole move on a significant size. I'm not saying 2%, 3%, 5%
Mhm.
size, but with a 20-30% size, for 20-30% size to capture a 30-40-50% move, you need to have conviction. The conviction comes from the research, and the research is about the company and about the industry. So, yeah. This is the structure.
सो दैट्स इट, हैप्पी वीकेंड।
सोचा तो शॉर्ट वीडियो बनेगा, देखो कहाँ से कहाँ चला गया भाई।
ठीक है,
ऑलराइट, चलो, बाय।
बाय।